Hello, good evening. Hope you're doing well. And it's kind of a start of the week, and I'm very sure that you're enjoying the week. You have done really, really well so far, and you have planned to go well for the rest of the week. I want to talk to you about something which you are already aware of. That yes, here is some perspective. I'm taking you a little bit into the past. You know the Gallup, right? Gallup does a kind of survey which even tells every day. They have a meter on their website which tells every day how many people in the US are surviving, thriving, and struggling. That's a beautiful thing. So they have certain ongoing metrics, and which is very much connected to the real-time sentiments of the people in the US. Gallup is also known for its Perceptyx survey and many other surveys that they do. G12 for the corporate has been a well-known term where they asked 12 questions satisfaction survey. That's what it was called initially. Engagement is a new term, which is still not being uh, well accepted and defined for that matter. By the time HR really catches on to some new term and concepts, before it settles down, it really moves on. So now currently it is DEIB, right? All right, you sometimes laugh at it, but not to worry. Let me tell you what exactly I'm going to talk to you about. So Jim Clifton is the person who is the founder of Gallup, and Gallup has a lot of very good psychometric tests. So one of them is about the strengths that you have. You can take that. That is called a StrengthsFinder 2.0. Tim Roth has written a book on the strengths, the 34 strengths that Gallup identifies, and when you take the test. Online it is available. When you buy the book, you will find when you buy the book by Tim Roth, which is called Strengths 2.0, in the end of the book you have a code which comes to you. Scratch the code, and then you find code to log into the online website of Gallup, which takes you to the test. And as soon as you complete the test, it gives you a kind of a report which tells you about your top five themes, which are the top five most tested strengths, right? Certainly, it is a preferences or traits, but I think it is more of a trait than preferences, right? That you choose there. So, if you haven't taken that test, you can take the test. If you have already taken that test, let me know. What are your top five themes, and do you agree with the findings that you have found in the test? Well, what I'm talking to you about that, do you know Jim Clifton was in India sometime? Long, long ago, right? This was many, many years back. This was in 2012, more than 11 years, around going to be 12 years for that matter, right? So when he came down to India, he was interviewed by press in India, right? And I read the interview in the tabloid. We call it Mint, right? Here you see. In the interview in the Mint on Monday, April 30th, 2012, Jim Clifton, CEO of Gallup Inc., said only 8% of the Indians employed are engaged. Now, what do you mean by that? Which means that only 8% of the Indians' workforce are engaged, positive, and thrilled about their work. 30% are miserable. They come to work and sit with someone who is spirited till his spirit goes away. So Americans are anyway very vocal, but when somebody who is at the CEO level, that too of Gallup's standard for that matter, you have to take it very seriously. He really wants to be that hard in order to pass the message, which he finds has got its high time. We recognize that. Okay. So what is interesting? Another thing which I found interesting is that in the survey that he had done, he found that amongst the HR people, the engagement level was the lowest in the company. So let's talk about the U.S. research and consulting services firm and what exactly are these percentages, right? Income, education, and employment have emerged. Okay, 30%, 31% of Indians classify their lives as suffering. I don't know what is the current one, and Gallup may not be interested in doing currently, but certainly this number may be much less today. Looks like that's a wild guess I'm making. Makes no sense unless you really find what exactly it is. 56% is struggling and 13% thriving. Right. So Modi government will tell, have you taken this report seriously? If it is, then he will tell you that, see, you know, this is the situation which Congress has brought the nation to, and where we are currently. Okay. Global index of suffering, struggling and thriving are 13, 64, and this 63 and 24. Okay, so India doesn't look like too bad, right? But suffering part is global average is only 13%. It is 31%. My God, my God, more than double of this, right? So this is something which is to be worried about, right? Only 8% of the employees in India are engaged. This is really worrisome. This is really worrisome. I don't know whether it will take you to that right link, but I'll try. No, it is not taking you there. Something is wrong with this link. Maybe this link is not available anymore because I had taken it from the website. So this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, right? What it writes here, America is good compared with India or China or Russia. These are really lousy workplaces, right? Now, this is something very interesting. So if you find some other reports by Gallup, do let me know what exactly has been your findings. About 20 million are really miserable employees. My God. There are about 100 million jobs, good jobs in America, but 30 million who come to work are highly engaged and feel good about their jobs. It doesn't seem to be very good number to me, but yeah, about 20 million are really miserable employees. If you have checked Working Dead report, have you seen that? I'll take you there. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'll take you there. Hope you bear with me, right? So Perceptyx today, which has acquired the Lazarus company, Humu for that matter, and who is Lazarus, everybody knows. Lazarus, who is the formerly head of HR for Google, and he is also somebody who is ex-GE and a very celebrated McKinsey consultant for that matter. All right, so this is what it is. All right, here is what I'm going to talk to you about. So if you haven't checked in this blog, go to my blog site, which is grantbernard.blogspot.com, and it'll take you to this article right here. Perceptyx has done a very recent survey. It says that islands of the dead, the working dead employees. It says that around 30% of the people in an organization today are working dead. This is the title. It's the time to talk about the working dead, the unhappy, unmotivated remainers. They are unhappy, unmotivated, not really working well, but they don't quit, right? Even in the great resignation. Now, what it says is Perceptyx, one third of all the employees are working dead, unhappy, unmotivated, and staying put. This is a disaster. Right, this is a big disaster. So what Jim Clifton some 11 years back was talking, it's coming true. When it is true for America, it is true for the rest of the world too, and that too especially for India. I don't think we have done anything magical, right? So check this out. Read these blogs. If you have any comments, let me know, and then I'll talk to you later on a different topic. Thank you so much. Bye.